Cool. Interview. Wow. I'm gonna say introduce yourself, brother.
Love It Evolved, Hatred the Great, Artist Mode.
Thank you. Hello everybody, my name is Mr. Cha. I'm a producer, I'm a DJ, I'm a sound engineer, I'm a lot of different things, but yeah, we can rock with those.
And he's a Disney princess.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Disney princess too. Don't sue me Disney, but yeah, we're a princess in the building. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so we're going to chat about Paranormal Media.
Mhm.
Now, you are a massive part of the project. Would you like to explain or give us insight to your role, how the project came about to you, you and Eight coming together, like, yeah, let's do this together?
For sure. Yeah, I'm totally down to explain that process. So yeah, what it was is I think just me and Eight had always been in similar spaces, and he had heard some of the previous music that I had done with Bushy beforehand. So he heard the previous project that me and Bushy did. It's called Cycles. So he really enjoyed that project, and just me and him have been in very similar spaces. So there was a natural overlap in just in terms of mutuals we knew. And yeah, I think Eight just hit me up one day and was just saying like, yo, I'm a fan of the music, I would love to work on some music with you, and just start sharing pieces of material that he'd been working on with people. So from there, I just heard that, I was like, you know what, yo, I want to lock in.
I go by the name of Michelangelo. I am an artist in a few senses of the word. I sing, I write, I play guitar, also rap. But I just love, I love vibing, I love energy, I love connecting with people. And I'm just, an enjoyer of life.
Yes.
Yes.
Love to hear it.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about you and Eight.
Let's talk.
Where did it start?
I'm going to look at you, by the way. I'm probably not going to
That's
look
cool.
at the camera as much.
Wherever you're comfortable.
Yeah.
How did you two meet, and how did you guys sort of start your creative journey together and get to where you are now, basically?
So I still remember that day. It was an evening. It was a starry night. And it was during my first year of uni. And I was just out here. I honestly don't even remember why I was out there. I even went to a different uni. I went to Leicester while I was at DMU campus, and I ran into Samson, Eight, a bunch of lads, but they were cooking up some fire, and we just ended up somehow vibing, and somehow I ended up in the recording session with them, man, and literally that's where the fire started. But it was so organic. Like the vibes just made sense from when I first saw them. Like literally, we were just outside joking about stuff. The conversation wasn't even about music at first. It was literally just us vibing, laughing around, joking around with each other, and yeah, that's how it started, really.
I'm Denise. Oh, thanks. That's cute. Love that. Otherwise known as OK Red. Some people came with the canon. I feel like Denise has a few, but yeah, I'm a person who exists in this world.
Cool. And what does this person do?
Too much. I am a co-director of New 3, which is a creative organisation which exists at the core to facilitate growth and access to opportunities. Now this is on me, baby. Growth, access to opportunities, just general actual expansion of creation, and that materialise into something real for people, because I think that can be hard when you're a creative and you're just starting out and figuring out what it is that you've got on your hands, and then realising like, oh shit, this can actually go somewhere in the world. So just kind of providing direction and support for people in that kind of situation. So that's one aspect. Just somebody really who's engrossed in, before I would say like the music scene, that I feel like is my original, that's my original baby, but with that, and then just the general creative scene, so whether that's my personal photography, videography, co-directed New Vibes with Sammy, with Eight, so it's been a journey. It's been a good old journey. I feel like it's difficult to summarise, but there's a lot that I feel like I've had a hand in, and it's been an amazing, beautiful, creative, just literal pattern of growth.
Freddie Forbidden from East London. musician, artist, all-round creator. Nothing more.
So
The first investor in New Vibes Online.
Ooh, jeez.
That's a feat. That's
Give
a
up to
feat.
yourself. At what moment did you see a collective and be like, yeah, like this is a guy that I need to keep close collaborating with? Because I feel like you guys have quite like a good relationship. You guys have worked together over the years for over a few things. You're on his last project, so on and so forth. So like, yeah, what was like?
I feel like I don't know what my first interaction with 8 was. I don't know if he knows. But when I saw what he was doing in terms of like promoting artists and the way he was promoting artists, I was like, this has never been done before, and this is very creative the way he's doing it. And I don't know what he's doing, but I'd like to be a part of that sort of thinking, because I was like, this is outside the box. So I don't know what you're doing, but like, what are you doing? And how can we move this forward? Like, how can we make something happen? And I just saw that from early, and I feel like I haven't been proven wrong.
Yeah.
Basically.
How has your experience been working with 8 over the years? How would you describe it in a few words, phrases, sentences? Like, what comes to mind? How does it make you feel?
Sporadic. Eye-opening. I've say more so eye-opening, because again, it's like we all get ideas, but not everybody follows ideas through, especially the way that 8 follows his ideas through. And it kind of like lets me know, it's like, yeah, you know, these crazy ideas that you do have, like, you fail faster, try it, because you don't know if it's going to be successful, and you don't know if it's going to be a failure, but you never know if you don't do it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what 8 kind of embodies that. 8 kind of embodies that creatively.
There we go.
Damn!
That's the one.
Woo! I'm not ready for this. You were born ready.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I go by 7. I am a creative, mainly behind the camera, not usually in front of it. I do a bunch of other things as well, but yeah, that's my main thing right now, I guess.
Yeah. My aunt's name is Mama Cassie. That comes from my grandma used to call me Mama Cassie. My name is actually Cassie Jade, but I feel that's kind of the respect thing that she gave me. My grandmother was Ceruleanian, so kind of the whole, having that respect thing. And I just thought, you know what, yeah, in her honour, I'm going to call my artist name that.
So would you like to tell us about you as an artist and like what you do?
I'm very new to the game. I literally only started making music this year. I mean, I've always dabbled with singing. I used to sing with a band before, we used to perform a lot of covers. But I never actually thought that it'd be possible for me to do my own thing and make my own music. And I've been very blessed to be in touch with 8, who I've known for a very long time. And he's amazing at putting people together and stuff like that. And I've been able to start to make my own thing, and I'm still kind of in the process of finding my sound. So, yeah.
Hi, I'm Verity, aka Ravenport.
What's been your favourite thing about today?
Ooh. Favourite thing about today has been the energy as soon as I entered the room.
What did you feel when you entered the room? What kind of vibe did you get? How did your energy respond to the energy in the room?
I felt like I'd come home, to be honest, because there's always such a high vibrational energy whenever I come into this flat, and there's always new people to meet, everyone's on the same level, and I'm just ready to get into the creative flow.
Yeah, what does your creative flow consist of right now? Or what's the plan?
So it's actually something about this space. It's very spontaneous. So all the murals that you see on the wall, they were all done through the creative direction of Samson or the other people who were in the space as well, and they would just like put an infinity sign there or like draw a dragon here, and I'll be like, okay, and then they jump in, and it's just very collaborative and very spontaneous.
I'm Rohit. I'm an art director, but also I do my own creative direction to my projects. Yeah, that's me. A bit of environmentalist, and not a bit, but I'm an environmentalist, but yeah, a bit of mountaineering. Yeah, that's me.
Cool. You said that you're obviously a creative, just like us up in the room. In what capacity have you worked with 8 and put your creative talents and skills, in a piece of art and combined that with 8's?
Yeah, basically like with 8, I had like it was like a playground. Basically, he basically built a little playground to everyone to play around.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good playground. I mean, I played around. It was fun. He came by. He played. We all played together. It's like creatives are the new athletes. Basically, that's what I believe. So yeah, it all makes sense. Basically.
Can you describe your experience working with 8?
Oh yeah, experimental. Obviously, I love being experimental. I also love other people and their experimental. Obviously, 8 is experimental shit. Basically, just that's why maybe we connected and stuff. And I learned from him. Hopefully, he learned some from me. I don't know, but it's a good exchange of good stuff. Basically. Yeah.
Okay, so hello.
Hi.
Would you like to introduce yourself to the people?
Yes, my name is Cassian, aka Cassian. For those of you who know, you know. For those of you who don't, it's S's and X's. I am a multi-hyphenate alternative musician. I want to say now. I would normally say rapper or hip-hop artist before, but now it's musician because I'm exploring different genres and different sounds. I'm a mom, I model, I curate events, I'm all about love and just community. I'm from the Cayman Islands, born in Jamaica, grew up in the Cayman Islands. What else? Lots of things, but I guess we'll figure it out in this video.
Describe working with 8 in just one word.
One word, yeah.
Actually, no, I'm going to give you 3. Describe
words.
working with 8 in just 3 words.
Ethereal. Warm. Warm. I feel really held when I'm in 8 space. And iconic.
And with those 3 words, could you like sort of summarize why those 3 words and sort of, just what it means to you?
I feel like when I'm making music with 8, I get to explore different worlds and different universes. I had always just done that on my own before. But I was like, okay, this is the way my brain works. Am I ever gonna find people around me who is gonna understand that? And for a very long time the answer was no. And then I moved to London because something just called me here, and I was living in Berlin before and it was really beautiful, but still just not my place. And then I moved to London and I just felt, or I kind of ended up going into this space and time of myself where I started to attract the people who are like me. And when I say like me, I just mean in terms of the way that we think about the world and the way that we see the world and the way that we work and the way that we create. And so it's ethereal for me working with 8 because that's the kind of space that it brings me, and it feels like home, And that's what I said with warm as well, like being around 8 and Royals and just all the other artists of this beautiful collective of New Vibes Media. Everyone is just so beautiful.
I'm Joseph James. I'm high as fuck right now. like, I don't really know what this interview is going to be about.
It's going to be a bit about working with 8 over the time that you've known him and the project Paranormal Media as well. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Okay, really hard. Okay, anyway, so let's jump into it. So, how has it been for you, like working with 8 over the time that you've known him? What's that experience been like? How have you found it?
It's always really inspiring because he just throws himself at everything he does. Like definitely, it gives you courage. You know what I mean? Because he's constantly experimenting all the time. Like he's just living life as a work of art, which is beautiful. Like, and I think we should all be like that as artists.
So let's talk about Paranormal Media. How has it been? Like you said, you've been around the project, and how has that been for you? How have you found witnessing it come together? Witnessing everyone come together? How has that been for you?
I don't even know what to say about it. It's just been beautiful. Like, I feel I can feel that everyone's invested so much energy into it. Definitely because 8's main the threat of it being his last album. Like, maybe he's just gonna be like, psych.
To the people.
Amara Fem, Rush from Mars, producer, DJ, artist, friend.
How are you feeling right now?
I'm okay.
You're okay.
I'm okay.
As long as you're okay. Yeah. Cool. You're here. You're present. So let's get into it. So you've known 8 for quite a while. How has it been just in knowing 8 over the years and how you guys have come together in many dynamics?
Well, that 8's one of them people that unintentionally open your mind. Sometimes I ask, what would 8 do in this situation?
Cool. Lorenzo.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm so I'm a bit drunk. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, great, amazing. Stripped back Lorenzo, huh? Cool. We're gonna talk about Paranormal Media.
Okay.
Have you been be part of the project?
I am part of the project in the sense that life is very strange and it's kind of paranormal sometimes, and I meet these characters in this weird spiritual experience pretending to be human, and life is like Paranormal Media.
So what did working on this project mean for you then?
What did it mean for
what
me?
You just said?
Not necessarily in the same way as it probably meant for 8, as in I am a figment of his imagination, but in that I'm also here as my own person on my own timeline. So for me, I've felt I am contributing to this collective movement of creatives. and it's a spiritual warfare, and we as creatives are tapped into that.
I am Samurai and I'm a multidisciplinary artist. I love loads of different types of music, and so I try to portray that through what I create.
Perfect.
What do you film, photos,
nice,
all of that. We're creative in this bag.
In that bag for sure. What types of projects or events have you collaborated on with 8, and what did those entail?
There's been quite a few.
Yes.
We have really dope songs that we just made randomly. And then we have some projects that he created where I'm there with Jiggy and MX and Bishy and Freddie Forbidden.
Amazing.
I don't remember the names, but just know that they're dope and you should go and check them out.
Oh, for sure, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Can you describe your experience when it comes to working with 8 on this project?
Spontaneous, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
But we like to keep it like that, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's really cool to just create and work together. And
How do you like to work on projects or music? What is your process, would you say?
my process, it depends really.
Mm-hmm.
I can either be, I hear a beat and then I'm like, this is resonating with me, so
Yeah.
I'll be able to write something to that. Sometimes I'll just freestyle and then I'll write and then I'll write that down and then I'll add stuff to it or edit it, you know?
Yeah.
Yes, it's all like, I'll get like a word from these guys
Mhm.
sometimes and then if I know
Nice.
the theme then I know
Yeah.
where I might be wanting to go in a creative direction when we're working together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it can be quite collaborative. I agree with that as well. So I not asked you for your favourite song on the project, but what is your top 3 songs? What are your top 3 songs on the project?
Top 3 songs, boy, I'd have to play them.
Yeah, we got time for that.
Hold on.
Boss Call has been made.
Just a snippet of each one.
This is such a good decision.
This one, Cat, Bushy and Noah.
Oh,
That one reminds me of Gladiators.
I really like the outro by Bossy.
Okay, so that's the first one.
The outro by Bossy.
The outro by Bossy.
I love
Yes.
that by Bossy. Shout out to Bossy for me. Okay, this is another one. There's another one, right? That's you. Cheese. Shout out my cousin. Ooh.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Ooh.
Bushy.
Oh, I love that song as well.
Tilo. Wow.
This one.
Wow. Yes. Oh, yeah, that's one of my favorites as well. I think
Yes
I said
or
that.
no?
I think I said that as well.
Featuring
Wow.
so many of us, fam.
Wow. I wish this interview could last forever, but I just want to say thank you for all of your additions, your energies, and just for being who you are. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
Can you introduce yourself to us?
Hi guys, I'm Bushy.
Hi, Bushy. What do you do, Bushy?
So I make music and I model and I like to skateboard.
Awesome. I love that. So I have a few questions here for you.
Alright, marvelous.
The first one is, what type of projects or events have you collaborated on with 8 and what did those entail?
So many, I can't remember all of them if I'm completely honest with you, but they entailed a lot of fun, a lot of creativity, a lot of coming together, a lot of stress, but good stress. And I guess it's a lot of things that brought us to where we are now as well. So yeah.
To do with that question, yeah, how did the Fashion Week opportunity come up where I met Michael?
Oh, so there was some Fashion Week project I was meant to work on, and I was away, and I know that me and 8 had worked on a lot of projects in the past, so I gave them 8's contact, and then they ended up doing some Fashion Week stuff for them. So, yeah.
Describe your experience when it comes to working with 8 on this project.
Spontaneous, but you need that sometimes as well. I feel like I hadn't been in the studio for a while before that as well, so it gave me that extra bit of vim that I needed, so it was beautiful. Yeah.
That project also being called Paranormal Media. What's currently your favourite song on the Paranormal Media project?
It's the one with Alana and Freddie. I'm not gonna lie, that song.
Fear of Death.
Yeah,
That's been my favourite as well.
That song. I've been like in the gym and skating. Like I'll get tired and I'm like. And also the double anime bar is fantastic from London as well. So yeah. I love those bars. Yeah.
But like, it's definitely got everyone. Like coming together. Like also after he went to hospital and everything like that. It's like his through the wire moment, you know.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. What's your favourite way to celebrate something? That's your first question.
Bringing people together and acknowledging something, and then letting people communicate whilst acknowledging the same thing. Like the way we're celebrating the project right now, but it's like everybody being aware of the project in their own way. It's a way of celebration. Like being alive every day is a way of celebrating life. Yeah.
Time travel. Okay. What's your favourite New Vibes event you've done so far and why?
The Bag, because we've done a fashion show in Catford. Who's ever done that?
No one ever.
Time travel.
What was the venue called?
Space 8.
Damn.
Question, Denise? One question. I got more, but
Okay. Maybe. Oh, so many. But I guess off the back of the bag, I'd probably ask you to delve a little bit more into it. Explain what the bag is. What does the bag stand for? And
So the Black Artistic Generation, and this is when I started having ideas, but it had to do with reverse engineering. So I was using AI a lot, and I was like, what words can we create that has something to do with black culture, and it has something to do with a black word, and I need it to be an event. And AI was like, Black Artistic Generation, and I'm like, bet, let's go there. And it felt like I understand the trip of, we're all in the trip of being artists, because it's like you get to communicate your perspective, whether it's music, fashion, fine art, poetry, whatever. And then we get to a point of, now how do we process it and how does it affect our reality, like spin-off wise. And because we all saw that, it made me feel like, okay, I have a place in the world of design and doing events outside of just performing and being an artist. And it felt like writing a script for a play or something and seeing it actually work. But it's all about the formulas being put in. And yeah, it was a funny one, because my mind was still in the trip of, you're about to stop making music, so what else do you want to do kind of vibe. It's the inner Kanye in me speaking.
okay.
But it ain't rap though. You know? Like,
But then you come back like how many years later and was.
after I'm done with music, I'm done with music. Like, nobody's listened to my whole catalogue and you guys are here as my friends. Deep it. Nobody's heard every single track that I've made. So do I need to actually make more music, or do I need to stop making music and make a platform that creates different ways for people to experience my music? Like 1 minute advert, 1 minute movie, 1 minute music video. 8 wrote that song, 8 produced that song, 8 said woo woo on that song.
I've got a question. If you're a villain in a movie, what would your objective be?
To bring everybody together to realize they're God.
How do you think that's villainous?
Because some people don't want to believe they're God because they don't want to believe in themselves.
What kind of person is going to try and stop you?
Somebody that wants everybody to feel like they could buy their faith in themselves.
Real quick.
Sorry. Yeah, reality!
Okay, I got another question. If you could only wear one colour for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Black.
Aside from black, let's do something
Red.
different. Why red?
8 red.
Fair enough.
Time to travel.
You know?
Okay, cool. Paranormal Media. What's your favourite song on there and why?
My
I'll give it top
favourite
3
song.
because I feel like
Okay,
one.
you can't be one!
Yeah.
Okay, so it has to be yes or no. We Alive
Who's on these tracks? Can you tell us who's on the
So
tracks? as well?
yes or no, me, Tony, Aolana, Samurai, and Bushy, and We're Live, and Nashe, and Cassian. But no one's heard that Cassian version yet. It might be on the deluxe version. 'Cause we're double bagging it up. And the third track, I would say, Gold League with Angelo and Royals on it, but I produced it. It's cause it's like Angelo got possessed by a perspective. Cause I was thinking when I made the beat, this feels like when we first linked up at uni, cooking up music together, and I just thought about the Gold League album and collective that actually turned into New Vibes, but he explains the story from his perspective of being there. And yeah, like that was felt like he was a rapper and a reporter in one verse kind of vibe. Time travel shit.
I've got one more question.
One more question.
What song on Paranormal Media was the most tedious to complete?
I would say No Surprise, because right now they're trying to find another drum for it. And it's like, does it need another drum? But then again it could. But it's No Surprise, so I'm going to be surprised.
How about more about your creative process?
My creative process in the moment. Because it's like, when I plan stuff, I plan on, it's like having a vision of an energy field. And there's like a template in my mind that shows me what can achieve that energy field. And then when I create something similar to it, like saying, hey, let's have a photo shoot / interview trip here, it's able to achieve the energy field, but I just didn't know exactly, like in my mind, this was going to be happening in the other room. So it's just small things like that that I can't pinpoint, but the creative process is really based on the energy field trip, and then communicating with everybody involved in the process as much as possible to let them know where they fit in the puzzle. And yeah, time travel with coordinates.
What's your love language?
Quality time. If you really there, you're there.
I was going to ask about, you were speaking about Gold League before and how that drew you to New Vibes and obviously all that's come of that, and now heading into New Free. Like, what's your overview? We're talking about maybe 4 or 5 years.
From now?
From like New Vibes onwards, which came off of Gold League. You know, it's given a bit of a full circle moment, as you said, with Angelo on this, on your new project.
Yeah.
And having built with him in Leicester.
Oh, the whole full circle moment happening.
Coming back
so
to
this is
London
what happens from now, yeah? So from now, we need to get into the theatre trip. And we need live shows in theatre mode, yeah? But we need it to be like, let's say this is the bedroom in the theatre, innit? And it's the opening scene, 8's doing his documentary or whatever, and then you change the theatre backdrop to 8 in the studio recording Paranormal Media or whatever, and then you do that with different artists, like let's say Royals, for example, he's in his bedroom, he's got his albums there, shows the process of him recording those albums, but it's like having different mediums for artists to perform live, because we haven't seen like rap artists and all this, like this whole movement we've made in the past like 20 years of music in theatre, but it's all theatre with a music video trip, the behind the scenes trip, all these different stuff. And I feel like that's where it's going next. And because our music videos, our interviews all feel like this, it's going to be a time travel trip, but it's going to get that money in, you know what I mean?
Can you show us some time traveling?
Time travel, so basically, let's say, so everybody just exercise patience right there. I want to know, with you just waiting for me to say something, where did you tap into to get the patience from? and then we figure
Hey,
out
can
time
I
travel.
answer? I was tapping into the future and thinking about the next question I was going to ask. So what does that mean? What does that mean?
So what does that mean is exactly what it means. I need answers from you.
Because then it's like,
Time that
You know?
then you wasn't actually patient then.
You was already waiting
No, I was
for
still
the...
waiting though. I was. Hey, I
So
was,
you was waiting, I was asking the question.
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry guys.
You wanted
Sorry guys.
call me Professor A from now on. I don't want to hear nothing else.
Sorry guys.
Like, what?
Don't hate on me.
What?
Because I was using my time travel experience effectively, right? Because I'm still waiting for the answer.
No, I would have voted for you.
What does time travel actually mean to you?
Taking a perspective from either the future or the past and changing it in a different point in time. So like a birthday is time travel, but also creating something that was on your mind is also time travel. And being able to do it and it has the same meaning to people, like, for example, the New Vibes journey for us, that's a time travel trip, but imagine now we're able to document every single part of the process, give it to someone else, and they go through the same experience. It's like giving the coordinates to something. So that's what I feel time travel is, but yeah, it's like manifesting, but with consciousness of the points you've manifested and yeah, how times have changed, no pun intended.
Do you have any regrets?
No. I don't feel like I have regrets because I feel like I'm in control of life, but at the same time not in control of life. And the parts that I'm not in control of, I can't regret because I'm not in control of them, but there's like weird lessons come out in life where it's like you want to be in control, but if you was in control you wouldn't learn the lesson to even live past the next moment. So I feel like, yeah, like having mistakes on all these different trips, it's purposeful, because with me, for example, this is the first project where I fully put 100% in, and I'm like, why didn't I put 100% with all the rest of the projects? And really and truly, it's like, I didn't want to, so I can't regret it. It's like how I actually felt in reality. So now I'm at the point where I'm like, let me put 100% on this last project, but I don't even know why, and that's the reality.